Ladies and gentlemen, it's fight week.
No, it's Solar Eclipse Monday.
Dude,
that's
so glad you brought that up.
Fight coming up.
So glad you brought that up.
God, I don't know if you've seen that thing, but
dude, my wife was like, it's darker than normal. And I go, it is? And she goes, yeah. And I go, oh, why? And she goes, the eclipse. The eclipse. Like the Mongols were coming.
Well,
like it's the end of civilization. I was
it
like,
was American Horror Story. It was a blood red moon.
It looks super normal outside to me.
Oh, but if you stare at it, fuck your eyes up. I looked at it and went, ow, ow.
Right. So I don't even understand eclipses. So apparently right now, if I have glasses on, I can see the moon.
You can see it's real dark and it's covering the sun.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Oh, no, let me tell you something. I woke up to Joanne's family at the house.
Yeah.
They have glasses on. I'm like, oh, God. I go out there. I'm like, I look up. I'm like, oh, my God. My eyes were killing me. You're not supposed to stare at it at all, I guess.
Yeah,
they give me glasses on.
Definitely not.
All right, man. That looks like a half crescent moon. Why is everyone out here?
It's incredible.
I told you I had a friend text me and goes, bro, I'm driving to Portland, Oregon, so I can see the eclipse and follow it. I went, very cool. Don't ever text me again.
Dude, my mother
Fantastic.
and father.
Do you have nothing else going on?
If I had to, do you have anything else to do? Do you have to take a shit, wash your car?
If someone said, Brendan, we're going to fly you to Portland, Oregon, and you can collect coins like you're Sonic the Hedgehog all the way and follow the solar eclipse, I would not do it. Let alone for free.
My parents are off somewhere, and they're with a couple, and they're looking at the eclipse there. Apparently, somewhere you see it really well.
Why do people
My
give
mother
a shit?
texts my wife. She goes, I'm really bummed out. My whole family's in California, and I'm here looking at an eclipse. Yeah! I'll go. You know what? I'll YouTube a solar eclipse and really see it the way you're supposed to see it.
Well, I remember when I was in elementary school, maybe that was the last solar eclipse. I remember our teachers brought us outside, and I'm in third grade, bitch, and she goes, no one stare at the sun. I'm in third grade. Of course, all of us stare at the sun.
Yeah, don't say don't.
I feel like it fucked my eyes up.
Of course it did.
And then I did this morning, had flashbacks. I'm telling you, man, my eyes were jacked for about 2 minutes. Jacked. Super jacked.
Oh, yeah.
They're still not great.
No, it's not a good thing. Well, they say that heroin addicts are sometimes when you be on drugs, people would go blind because, like on acid or
They
whatever,
just stare at
they'll
the sun.
stare at the sun. They'll be like, I can stare at the sun. And they stare at the
And
sun.
they're so high.
And when they're done being high,
They're blind.
They're blind. And that's why I never did acid.
What's the worst that can happen? You can go blind and think the sun is your friend.
Dude, that's why I never did acid, because I heard a story about a guy who took way too many acid. He took a bunch of acid tabs, and the next thing you know, his girlfriend put him in a bathtub, and all of a sudden he was in the bathtub and he started to freak out, and he's like, "Oh no, chicken soup!" And he thought he was a chicken in soup. And then these
That's another
guys,
level high.
These shitty guys it was a house party. They went to the fridge and they started cutting carrots and celery and everything into the bathtub. And he was like, ah!
I'm a chicken.
Like, you're going to make us some chicken soup. And his girlfriend's like, stop it. You're freaking him out. And apparently he was actually never the same after that.
Really?
Yeah, because he thought he was a chicken in a fucking bowl of soup.
Yeah, they say acid can change you for the worse. When I was a kid, someone, my older friend at the time, Anthony Turner, told me and my brother, like, yeah, this guy, you hear about the guy who started peeling his skin like an orange?
God damn it.
We were like, what?
That's
He's
right.
like, yeah, he took acid, thought he was a big old orange, started peeling his skin like an orange.
Whether or not that's true, that's a horrible story.
It worked, though.
Of course it did.
You don't think I'm going to tell my kid that?
Fuck
I'm going to tell my kid that for everything. Like, if you keep playing with that phone, you're going to turn to orange, start peeling your skin.
You want to hear my mother's story to me when I was a kid? This is her story. My mother said drugs are very bad. And I said, oh, okay. She goes, well, we have a friend. Everybody had a friend. She didn't know anybody. This is an urban legend, of course. And you've heard this, I'm sure, because I've heard the orange peeling thing.
It worked.
Like, it works. She goes, and she was babysitting the children. And they said, how's the baby? The mother called and she said, the turkey's doing just fine in the oven. And they came back and the baby was in the oven. And she had dressed the baby like a turkey because she was on drugs. And she thought the baby was a turkey. And I remember as a kid going, first of all, inappropriate story to tell a kid.
Way too inappropriate.
I'm telling you, I was probably, I'm not kidding, 8. I mean, I can remember that. As far back as I can remember, I remember that story. So she told me that at a very young age. Hey, you know,
it's too much.
Can you not tell me about roasting a child like a turkey?
That's too much.
Yeah.
There's some of those stories that get you.
Well, Hansel and Gretel. What's Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
She's a witch. She puts them in a cage. She fattens them up. She's fattening them up because she's going to eat them. That's the story of Hansel and Gretel. Okay? I'm fattening these children up, and I'm going to eat you. I live in
there's some stories like that when you're a kid. You never forget them, man. You'll never, like, I remember peeling orange. I've never done acid. I've been around it. People have offered to me, but since I was a kid, I was like, I don't want to peel my skin like an orange.
Yeah.
There's certain things.
How about this? My daughter's 9. I'm driving her back from my brother-in-law's place yesterday. And it's 10 at night. And she's staying at way past her bedtime. She was having too much fun. And she's talking up a storm. She's just talking.
Chatty Cathy.
Chatty, but it's not like her.
Yeah,
she's asking me questions.
Oh, she got into coke.
She keeps asking me. No, bro, she wasn't doing lines, man. She's 9, bro.
I don't know.
No, you're missing the point of the story,
God
bro. Don't interrupt with those.
I'm sorry, man.
Don't drug interrupt.
I don't mean to derail the situation.
Don't drug interrupt.
The 9-year-old's not doing coke.
So she's talking to me at 100 miles. I'm like, what's going on? You all right? She goes, I'm just talking to you. I go, oh. She goes, so what else, Daddy? Tell me a story. Tell me a story. And I'm like, what's going on? Are you all right? And she goes, no, I just need to talk to you. So you stay awake. And I go, did Auntie Kathleen tell you to talk to me? She goes, yeah. I said, what'd she say? She said, if I don't talk to you the whole way home, you might fall asleep and we could crash and die.
Jesus,
I was like,
lady.
hey, Kathleen,
Christ.
Don't tell my daughter that the poor thing is like she's exhausted, but she's up telling me stories. She's asking me questions.
Christ.
She's actually listening to my advice, which I was like, this is weird.
This is strange.
This is weird. She never listens to me.
There's certain things, man, you don't realize how big of an impact that stuff has on kids.
Don't scare a kid
Like I remember
that.
when I was super young, my dad, we watched RoboCop, and there's a scene where he dies, and then they turn him to RoboCop. But I mean, it's a graphic
They
scene.
shoot
man.
his hand off.
They're shooting him like a jagillion times.
Yeah.
My dad used to make us close our eyes, and sometimes he wouldn't. He didn't know it was coming. We saw that. I remember I was so traumatized by it.
When he shot his hand off, and they go, give him a hand. And
crazy.
They blow his hand off with a shotgun.
Crazy,
That was
man.
horrifying.
Horrible.
I never forgot that. Give him a hand.
I was 6.
Oh my.
I was all.
Oh my God.
Yeah, me and my brother watched it. I was like, oh my God.
That's too much.
Too much.
It's way too much.
Too much.
Because Game of Thrones, my daughter was like, what's this? Swords and dragons? I'm
on season 4, son. I'm catching up.
Dude.
I'm so into it.
Dude.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I saw the
Don't
latest.
Fuck it.
I would never.
Slap a
No.
bitch.
I would never. But dude, last night, one of the best episodes I've seen.
That's what people are saying. Dude, the red wedding?
Oh.
I had no idea.
Woo!
I'm balls deep on this pescatarian diet, eating my salmon. I'm watching, I'm like, this is a nice little wedding. That guy locks the door. I'm like, when he's locking the door?
Why is he wearing chainmail?
I didn't breathe. I was like this the whole time. He got done. I was like, oh my
The Lannisters
God.
always repay their
How
always pay
crazy
their debts.
is it?
Dude, I remember my wife.
Khalifi?
She goes, Khalifi.
What's up, girl?
Uh-huh.
What's up, girl? Oh, you into dragons?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to drag these nuts across your face.
That's not the kind of dragon
Well,
she's talking
if
about.
she's into dragons.
She's not into dragon. You can't. She's not into dragons. She's into dragons.
Dragon.
No, don't drag the nuts. No. You into dragon?
She's a pretty girl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's the mother
How
of
about
dragons.
the whorehouses back then?
They were fantastic.
This is the problem, though. Everyone's getting pregnant all the time, and everyone has bushes.
Yeah.
You notice everyone has bushes?
Yeah, they all got bushes.
And also, they listen. They don't discriminate. They'll fuck some dudes up in there too.
Oh yeah.
Like I was watching last night,
Sure.
and he's all, "You ever fucked a prince?" He's like, "I sure haven't." He's
Sure.
like, "You're going to now?" I was like, "Oh damn, boy."
Yeah. If you read Aristotle or Socrates, Plato, like the great Greeks, they always, if you read the Symposium and stuff, they always talk about fucking boys. Like they're like, let's go have some wine, and there are really beautiful boys there that we can kiss.
What is
You're
up
like,
with that?
What? Huh? It was just in ancient Greece, I guess, among the elite, it was perfectly fine to take a young boy.
They would have them,
and
yeah.
bang them. In my opinion, it was just probably that Plato and Socrates were gay, and they happened to be super smart, but they were gay.
And then they were throwing that in.
And they
like,
wrote
you know
that-
what?
You know, it's
I'm
normal.
exhausted, man.
Yeah.
Let's go get some grapes, hang out, fuck boys, and
fine. It's fine.
No, back up. I was down with the grapes and the.
Sure. Well, the dirty secret is any culture that has deep divisions between men and women, where boys are raised together and girls are raised together, and there are like religious edicts around that.
Yeah.
The secret there is that boys get fucked.
Well, I heard, like, you know, the Spartans, we know the 300 moving, how badass they are, and tonight, blah, blah, all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, they would raid those towns and fuck fuck the men and boys.
Sure would.
Yeah, that's the real. Look at the real history.
Well, they probably had sex with the girls too, but there was always a subset of guys.
But there's always that monster.
Subset of guys that were gay.
There's a hardcore group of guys who, we're shredded. Yeah. You are shredded.
Sure. Some of those guys are gay.
Yeah, let's raid this town and fuck the guys with beards. My buddy, I was down to raid the town.
My buddy who worked with was intelligence guy and knew a lot of the special forces guys, and they're all young guys, and they have Spartan call names, and they're just, and they spot each other, and they fucking, some of them even shave their forearms. They're like these badass operators and stuff, but they're young studs. They roll, they practice jiu-jitsu, and all of them were like sitting there when they don't ask, don't tell. This is a long time ago. They're like, this is bullshit, man. Gays in the military, some of them, and my buddy was like, there's not a woman among any of you fucking guys. Yeah. You spot each other with pull-ups. You're literally holding his hips while he's going, one more set. Yeah. Then you roll. You got your shirts off all day long. You're all really good-looking guys. If you could, you'd frost your fucking hair. So shut up.
Yeah. How about, I didn't realize this. I was watching this thing today on this. There's not one person who's gay and out in any of the 4 major sports. Isn't that crazy?
Amazing.
This day and age?
Wow. You know what it is? You're in the locker room and you're naked. So I would imagine it would be, everybody's nervous.
I wouldn't care. That. I mean, obviously I'm pretty open-minded and 10% gay, but I would not care, man. I wouldn't give a fuck.
I think when you're naked, and you're in the shower together, it gets in the way of camaraderie.
You can cover it, though.
Yeah.
You really can. Like, I knew a guy who had a bush and a small dick, and out of my 5 years at University of Colorado, I never saw his dick.
Wow.
He just covered it up and showered. We'd see his ass, but it was whatever.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go in the sauna and the cold tub like the rest of us, but I'm telling you, that's not an issue. Yeah. I don't know. This day and age, they don't want the backlash. They don't.
I think it's embarrassing for young men. A lot of young men who've been doing sports their whole life don't have a support system. That's not a very good support system, right? You come out and you're like, I'm gay, everybody, and all the guys are like,
I feel like you get more support.
Well, probably, but for a guy, most of the jokes in the locker room are about girls and about being gay, right? But it's all jokey joke stuff.
But it's like, it's the type of vernacular that you just toss out. Like, no one's actually homophobic. There are some, but no one's actually homophobic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how you because you're raised with, dude, don't be gay. Like, joking around, exactly. Or like, oh, come on, that looks gay.
I think of
which
gay
sucks. If you're actually gay.
I think of a gay guy. If a guy came out and said, "Hey guys, I'm gay," all right, like he was just like, "I'm gay. I like dudes. What are you gonna do? All right, get all the fun, make fun of me and stuff like that." Then. I think if you gave the guys the benefit of the doubt, most guys would be like, I don't give a shit.
But how crazy that 4 major sports and everyone's like, oh, we're advanced society and we're coming a long ways. And I'm like, God, you're crazy if you don't think of those 4 major sports. And out of 4, if you want to throw an MMA, boxing into that, so 5. Well, you have some women who are out loud and proud, but no males.
That's very interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
That's actually fascinating.
When they said that, I went, what?
That's actually fascinating.
Because Michael Sam, remember, he went on that whole campaign. And people were like, oh, he's just getting shunned because he's gay. He wasn't a good football player. Yeah. He was good in college.
Was that the big guy who had his boyfriend
from
at the
Missouri?
draft?
Yes.
He kissed him and stuff?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
A little twink.
His boyfriend was a twink, a little
he got drafted.
White twink.
I was like, God
Hey,
damn.
bring that up. Let me see that.
Bring
that shit up.
It just caught me off guard.
Damn right it did.
I have zero problem with it, but I was like, oh, damn,
He's
son.
a gutsy dude to do that. I appreciate it, but he wasn't a good football player.
In the NFL, he wasn't good. In college, he SEC Defense Player of the Year from Missouri. Very good football player in college. Just didn't translate. But a lot of people think he came out saying I'm gay to get the attention because he didn't have attention.
I love this. Look at this. What's this?
Oh, that's cake, you silly Billy. Oh, man. Jam a dick in his mouth. What if they just went over the top? Like drafted number 6.
I love that. That's that. He doesn't give a shit.
Nothing.
He doesn't give a shit.
I think that's awesome. It just caught me off guard. Get it, boy.
That's his girl, right? I mean, his boy right there.
Hey,
sorry, bro. You know that because there's no way. Because I'm going to tell you this.
Michael Sam made a power.
My buddy John, who's an actor, and he came out and he likes thick, athletic black dudes, and he had a guy that he used to hang with who was a running back.
In the NFL?
He was a D1 running back. No, in college, big D1 running back. I don't remember his name, but Jimmy.
I bet he hit that hole hard.
Yep, and he goes. I said, so you were taking it? He goes, no, I was giving it to him. I don't take it. He goes, I was giving it to him.
Bullshit.
And he said, I swear to God, he goes, he was a big macho guy, but he was banging him. And I was like, and apparently, from what I've read this, that it's way more common for, like they always say that if a guy's a top and he walks into a gay bar, he has his pick because the majority of the gay men in that bar are probably going to be bottoms, and that tends to be more common in the gay community than is guys who bang dudes. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. I feel it would be 50-50. I feel it would be 50-50, but apparently it's not.
I don't know.
Apparently if you only bang guys and you're macho and you don't get fucked, that's kind of a rarity. Like, and a lot of guys who are gay like a masculine dude. I remember these two gay guys were like, I like straight guys. The problem with gay guys, like having sex with like other gay men, is that first of all, like they tend to be way too feminine for me, and also they manicure like to the nth degree. And I like a guy who's hairy and big, and I was
They want
like
like some Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, well there you go.
Chin, we got, speaking of dating and top bottom, Chin.
After gay talk, right?
After gay talk,
Well, we're just gonna transition to this.
we're going to dating with Chin.
We're talking about our segment called Dating Chin Chin.
Dating Chin Chin.
How'd it go? Where are we at with this? And do you need mine and Brian's help?
I do need help, but I just tried even like installing Tinder.
Okay.
I did that.
Good step.
But
Perfect.
You're just at the install stage. Ah, shit.
And then I'm trying to find a picture, so I have no idea what kind of picture to use.
Brennan.
But Agent A hit me up, and she's like, she sent me all these different styles of pictures that girls dig.
Yes. Like there's it depends what vibe you're going for, but pictures and avatars say a lot. We have some good ones from the tour you can toss up, like busy girl.
In groups?
Well, no, because we'll be able to single it out, crop it, and just have your face.
Why don't you just have why don't you pose on a log naked with just that hat?
With just like, but like this, like
Yeah. I'm a cat.
So
I'm a
you do
man
have
cat.
the the Tinder profile.
I'm like at that profile picture stage. So
All right, well, let's get the
number,
profile
all that
going
stuff.
today for sure.
Yeah.
We'll pick the picture, then we'll fill it out, and then we start swiping.
Why
Now-
don't you do this? Have a picture of you just with one foot on a log with a fistful of dick.
Yeah, I'm not
too
mad
much.
at
Yeah, this
that.
picture.
No, like you're holding berries, but it's actually your cock.
I got these berries for you, bitch.
Hey, you like
That should
Korean
be-
blueberries,
that should
bitch?
Say, that's what the meme should say. I got these berries for you, bitch.
Anyone into fucking vlogs? Sorry,
You lost.
I lost
you ran
it.
out of wit.
I lost it.
You ran out of wit.
I lost it there. I was gonna
Anybody-
say.
hey,
I was gonna
hey.
say anyone into egg rolls.
No, this is it. Hey, you guys want this baby bird?
No, because you don't want to say baby and talk about your dick. Anyone into Korean barbecue?
But it's soft.
And
His
then
dick is soft.
biatch.
Hey, get this baby bird out of the nest and in the air, if you know what I mean. Hold it soft. There's a baby bird right now, but why don't you get this bad boy
No, so you can't say baby
up out
bird.
of the nest and in the air?
No.
baby either.
You should hold it and say,
Bitch.
who's into fucking Korean eagle dicks?
Korean eagle
You
dicks?
ever
Too
seen a
many
Korean?
words.
No. Yeah, well, baby
I don't know if
soft
there is a
bird?
Korean eagle, bro.
There is. Well, that's the thing. He's a unit. Hey, who's into fucking? You ever seen a Korean eagle? Me neither. ... Suck it.
But eagles have beaks, and I don't know if I don't think his dick has a beak, bro.
You want to know?
I do know that his dick
know-
doesn't. I can make an educated guess that his dick
All
doesn't
right.
have
How
a
about
beak.
this? Hey, who digs Korean vultures?
Hold on.
Because vultures like have the skin of a dick on their head.
I know, but can we just say it's like just say boa? You want yourself a Korean boa?
I'm not mad at that.
Boa's better than vulture.
Boa.
Vultures too
Vulture's
much.
just scary.
Horn. Just say horn. How about some? How about
Korean
some? How
horn?
about some soul horn?
Soul horn.
How about some?
It's too hard.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe not grabbing a fistful of dick. Maybe that's
Yeah,
a
that's
little too
too
much.
aggressive. But let's get
You
this
could
going.
bulldog
Chin.
your nuts.
And Chin, is it frowned upon if I blast your Tinder profile out on my Instagram so we just get so much traffic? Me and Brian are gonna
Whatever you
blast
guys
it
want
out.
to do.
And you have your pick of the mill. And I hope. Listen, we looking for wifey. But we're gonna have some fun with this.
Got to get some dick.
Like,
divers,
I-
some CDDs in there.
Yeah, certified dick divers. We gotta have some certified dick. Like,
Yeah.
you're in a slump buster. You don't go from slump buster Hall of Fame. So we're gonna go slump buster, single, double.
Got to get you in the
triple.
trenches. Get
gotta
your
ease
hands
into it.
dirty. Get you in the trenches a little bit. You know
Get you in
what I mean?
that cum trench.
And then, by the way, don't be all picky. Okay, you don't be picky. Just find the good. There's always something to find. Find the good and praise it. You understand? Find the good. She got a face like an elephant. Then
No,
turn her over.
elephant?
Then,
Why
then
an elephant?
she got a trunk
No,
for
we're
her
gonna be
nose.
swiping. I don't. Is
I'm
it?
just
Do you
saying,
swipe
bro.
left to
don't even
accept
know
or
yet.
right? If they have a face like an elephant, we going right.
I've had some good times with an old elephant.
You're talking about hardcore elephant ones?
I've had girls who have crazy bodies, and they got the kind of face I'm talking about. They look like a flamingo. I'm down. I don't care. I'm like, well, you know what?
You'll find the best in them.
Why don't we just go ahead and turn these lights down? Have you ever done that? You ever been like, we can't have a well lit room in here right now. It's 1:00 I'm horny as fuck. I'm a dirtbag, and you're going to do the job, but I just can't keep all the lights on because if I look too closely, the angles are going to throw me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just go with a silhouette. Go with a silhouette.
Let me just use my imagination.
Yeah.
But with you, Chin, and also don't be promising these girls Nobu and shit. Let's not start off red carpet.
Can't.
Actually, that's a good point. Like dating, doing a cool thing on a date. Like one time I asked a girl if she wanted to go hiking. She thought it was really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty common this day and age. You're 50,
it's a little. It's very common. But what's a good thing to do?
Cal went on a hike in a silent movie. Listen, it's 2017. For Chin, there's a bunch of shit you can do, man.
Funny.
There's so much shit you can do, Chin.
A fucking silent movie. Wait. That's funny.
Silent movie and a dick suck.
But there is what could he do? Like that's kind of like that people wouldn't.
Do you guys drink on the first date?
Do we what?
Would you drink wine and stuff?
Depends on the chick.
I'll get a little wine.
I don't really drink unless I'm in Dublin, but I don't really drink. But if they need to drink to feel comfortable, listen, I'm a chatty Cathy. I'll talk. I can make friends with anyone. I really don't. Neither do you. No. We don't need alcohol. But if you need to loosen up, make her feel comfortable, I'll have a sip.
Little red wine. It'll loosen them up. Get them warm. See, a meal is a seduction. A meal, when you have a meal with a woman and you choose the wine and you have something to say about wine, or you have something to say about the food or how it's prepared, or you just have something to say about life. You have something to say about life. Exactly. And you know what I think that's a good way, and I think a lot is lost on a lot of guys, I swear to God, is when you talk to somebody, like a woman, instead of putting on a character thing, if you actually talk about something you're thinking about, like
something
an idea, like your philosophy on life or what you're after in life.
Think of it like a podcast, Jen. We don't come on here and it's not scripted and robot and it's a conversation.
Right.
So that's how your date should be. If you're into fucking North Korea right now, talk about North Korea with them.
Yeah. And by the way, women are psychological. They always say that the way to connect with a woman is women are fascinated with psychology. They're fascinated with the way the human mind works, partially because that's how they arm themselves against, danger. They've got to know how you're thinking. They got to know, and they're fascinated with why you feel that way, and they like details.
But Chin's a fascinating guy.
Yeah, he is.
You have a lot of stuff to offer.
You're an artist.
You're 40. You're 40. You've seen the world, for God's sake.
Yep.
I have.
Yep. So then you're not to blow smoke up your ass, but you're a very smart guy. You're obviously a very disciplined guy.
Thank you, Bryan.
But you are. And so
maybe leave some of the terms we throw around out on the first
Yeah,
date.
probably. Yeah, dick diver and stuff.
Dick diver. Don't call her dick diver. Don't say good douche while she drinks her coffee or whatever,
Don't be like, I can't wait to gadoosh. But but I do think women tend to be into sort of how your mind is working, what you're thinking about.
Although if you watch Game of Thrones, I disagree. Since watching Game of Thrones, it changes me a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a little more aggressive now. It's kind of like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, they like a caveman at the same time, but they want to get comfortable with you first before you caveman up. Women like aggression, but it has to be contextualized.
True.
It's got to be with a man that she's attracted to, that she feels safe with.
Otherwise, it's assault on the first date.
Otherwise, you're a psycho. That's right.
Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
So,
please,
for
ask
both
away.
of your girls, what did you guys do for your first actual date? And did you guys know each other beforehand, or you guys kind of blind?
I took my wife out to dinner in New York City, and then I tried to get her, of course, home. Of course, I tried to have sex with her because she's a model, very hot. So she had this white sweater with this. She had the crazy. I've been alive.
Dick was raging.
I've been alive for 50 years. I'm just going to say this on the podcast. I've been with a lot of women. I put up some fucking numbers. Okay, my wife
over 1,000
naked when I met my wife. I have to this day never seen a body like that. I've never seen. I'm sorry, it's mother of my children. I've never seen tits like that in my fucking. I was like,
don't say
you're
tits,
like a
that's your
fucking
mom.
fairy tale. I'm sorry, breasts. But it was crazy. So I was having dinner with her. And I was like, all I want to do is I got to impress this girl, lie to her enough so she thinks I'm cool, and I'm going to get her home. And she took me. She knew that she was like, I'm not fucking this guy, and she took me to a club. Because she knew I hated clubs, because I mentioned I hated clubs because she knew that would get me out of there.
She was younger too, yeah.
Yeah, and so she would get rid of me by taking me to some fucking club, which I hated, and I would leave.
First date, this standard Callan story. So I asked Joe to go because she was living in Hacienda Heights, kind of far from here. I'm like, let me just take you on a date. She's working for the UFC at the time. She's like, I'll lose my job if they find out. I'm like, no one's gonna find out.
That's right. I remember this.
I was like, no one's gonna find out. So I was just kind of new to California. So I asked Bryan, like, where should I take her? He goes, bro, take her to Joe's off Abbott Kinney. It's amazing. I'm like, oh hell yeah. I'm like, do I need reservations? Nah, I should be good on a whatever Thursday night, Friday night. She meets me at place, right? Open my car door like a gentleman, sit her down, drive to Abbott Kinney. We pull up to it. I'm telling her how great this restaurant is. I'm just regurgitating what Callan told me about it, like I've been there before. We pull up and it's closed. And I went, fuck. And I played off, did I say Joe's? No, it's this one. And there's some random one next to it. Yeah, somewhat random one next to it. But then something happened with at the time I had a BMW M6, and she had this expensive like Louis Vuitton purse and all her stuff. I'm like, you don't need to bring that inside, just leave it here. I did something on my car where I like double click the button. So this is off Abbott Kinney late at night. It rolled all the windows down, unlocked the car. So she comes back, she goes, oh my God. I'm like, what? And her purse is sitting there. She's like, what if someone stole my purse? And
no, my God. Yeah. That's a good harbor.
Also tried sleeping with her on the first night. Didn't happen.
That was the reason I liked your girl.
Didn't happen.
I never forgot it. I never forgot. She comes in. Joe, Brennan had dated girls, a lot of different girls we'd met. And he brings her to my brother-in-law, my sister's house. And my wife said, I like that girl. And I said, why? She goes, look at how she looks at the children. Look at how present she is. And then she was she's classy. Like she was the first girl I was like, that's a classy chick.
Her ass is from Mars.
It's on a different level.
Stupid,
I was like, I've never seen anything like
shuts
it in my
the
life.
street
I have to
down.
bring it up to her every time I see her. I go, Joe, seriously, your ass, it's a little bit ridiculous.
We're at Maggiano's yesterday, and there's a black family sitting behind us. And, they're loud, and they just came from Price is Right, because right next to Price is Right Studios. And I hear him go, that ass is fake. I guarantee that ass is fake. And Joe got to go to the bathroom. I went, that's real. I swear to God, it's real. She went, what? She's white? I'm like, no, she's not white. That ass is real, though. Like, damn.
Yeah, she's Italian and Mexican.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
For you, Chin, though, I think it's up to 70% of relationships start online now. Like, there's this weird kind of connotation that it's frowned upon. Like, people don't want to talk about it. 70% of the people met online. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, the game has changed. To meet someone on the street, great. Your chances are so much higher to meet someone online.
Yeah,
so much higher.
You can vet it.
Now, when I say online, it could be J-Date, Korean Date, farmers only, which is white people only, black people only, Tinder, Grindr, Bumblebee, Buzzer,
Orgy.com.
Dick Ride, DickDivers.com, Orgy.com, Your Hole, My Mouth.
Tail.
Yeah, there's all that
Your
stuff.
Hole, My Mouth.
But also Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. It's no different than Grindr or fucking Tinder. I don't know why I keep saying Grindr. No one's gaining. But there's no difference between Instagram and Twitter than Tinder.
Yep.
Because people, again, look at your profile. They dig Chin. They send you a direct message. How is that any different than Tinder? I've never been on Tinder. There's some fake profiles. Hate to tell you, ladies, that ain't me.
Yeah.
That ain't me. I'm not on Tinder. I'm not on Bumble. Whatever.
There was a guy using my profile, my face for Grindr in Florida. I heard.
That's awesome.
I know. I was like,
see, I hope that there's been a few guys using me for Tinder. I hope they're just getting so much ass.
Your picture.
Yeah, and the girl shows up. And she's like, "Well, fuck it, I guess." Like, I guess the guy must be decent.
I guess.
Hopefully,
that's kind of like he better be 6'4", 250. That's a, you know what I mean? That's like there's a big discrepancy.
I don't know. And just people send me emails all the time. Like girls like, I thought I was talking to this guy, and I thought it was you, and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, it couldn't have been too bad.
Yeah.
But also, and they're like, you need to shut this down. I'm like, I don't know. Some guys just crushing ass. I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna cock block them.
Yeah.
You're the one that got catfished and then still hung out with the dude.
Yeah.
So we gotta get this going, Chin.
You're a little apprehensive though. This is new water for you. You're in deep end right now.
I've never done online dating. I always thought it was kind of odd too.
See, that's being 40, I'm sure. But now, like, read up on it, Chin. When you read up on it, it's like that's the thing.
It's the order of the day.
I got friends that are younger.
People get married off it all the time.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you? What the last time you had a girlfriend, Chin?
Jeez, I don't even remember.
92.
It was in the 2000s, but long time ago. Like more than like 6 years ago. No. Actual girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 years. Had a girlfriend.
And you dated her for 3 years.
3 years.
What happened? See, I'm trying to pick up here, man. I'm trying to do you a favor, before we get your profile going.
So, I think we argued a lot near the end of it, and we kind of both wanted to.
What ethnicity was she?
Vietnamese. It's always Vietnamese.
What would you argue about?
I think just
life, bicker.
We would just get jealous of different things that each person would do. We'd find reasons to like.
Here's an important question.
That's without social media.
What are you looking for in a woman? That's a really important thing to define.
God,
that's getting all serious.
That's so loaded. Because what happens if he goes just some fat titties and an ass?
No, but I mean,
we're looking for a slump buster.
100%.
You're trying to fucking look for wifey.
100%. But
listen, wifey. Listen. Right now we're in ultra marathon. Chin's gonna have to climb the mud, jump over the bridges, climb some ropes. Might even climb some ropes.
So we're still in the trenches right now.
We're trying to get through the trenches.
Gotcha.
We
don't have to think that deeply right now.
Nah, he ain't trying to slay a dragon and get married.
We're not tacticians right now.
Nah, man.
All right,
it's like a Spartan.
We know that we're trying to get to the top of the mountain, but right now, we're just a snack.
If you do meet wifey on Tinder, great. But that ain't the goal right now.
If I was single suddenly and I was on Tinder, would I be allowed to go on Tinder?
If you're, fuck yeah. So. I don't think there's an age limit. I'll probably sign you up for farmersonly.com though.
Oh yeah. Fucking over. You throw me in some overalls?
No, that's the thing. Farmersonly.com is a straight fucking cover up for white people only.
They have commercials with black people in it.
No,
I'm guessing that's just to save face.
I'm not into just white chick. I'm an equal opportunity employer. I like it all. So now the question is, what do I do? So what would my picture be? You'd have to be my stylist.
Tough.
I'd be in a sweater or my V-neck. I'd be like this.
I'll put you in a turtleneck.
Would I be smiling?
I'll put you in a turtleneck, some Cavassier, and a buff.
I can't pose for my Tinder picture. It'd have to be something that I just found natural, online. Microphone in my hand.
Nope, you can't. Nope, because then they're like, "Oh, I want to date a comic. Free tickets." You don't want that.
Well, I'll give her free tickets.
No, you don't want
giving her free.
No, you don't want that. Yeah, she can get free tickets. No, you don't want that. No. We'll just do a simple headshot.
I feel like it'd be easy. I'd be like, just come to my show.
I feel like I have some good ones for you, Chin. Off all the pictures we've taken, they've taken pictures of you.
But I was asking you guys about the ones that you are with now.
Yeah.
The thing you had in common was she didn't sleep with you on the first date. So that's what everyone that hears the podcast now, they're going to be thinking the same thing.
No.
We
kind of fucked our boy up there.
Yeah.
Because I've had relationships where I have slept with a girl on the first date.
Yeah.
See, this ain't Game of Thrones. This ain't Prince Charming. It's okay if you sleep with the guy on the first night or for the guy to sleep with the girl on the first night. It doesn't mean you're a slut. It could be there's a connection.
Correct.
And you're both attracted to each other.
Correct.
You just happen to sleep together.
Correct.
100%.
She needed dick. You needed that.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Now, I have to add a caveat.
Matter of fact,
to that.
I celebrate that. Now maybe Chin meets his timepiece.
Yeah.
And she's great.
Yeah.
She can't get enough of Chin, right? She's a fine kid fan.
Yeah.
You're Brian Count, Brendan Schaub fan.
Now keep going because I know where you're going. I'm liking the angle.
Now
I'm liking where you're headed.
Hey guys, apparently she wants to meet you too.
Well, when you have a car and people know cars and you're going to buy a car, and I don't know how it looks shiny. Whoa! Let me look under the hood.
Yeah.
Let me get in the driver's seat, give it a spin.
Let me see.
Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
As friends?
Yeah.
You're not going to throw a little tail my way so I can make sure everything's all right.
That's all. Let
me see what kind of space we got in the back.
Let Callan check the front, open the hood up in the oil. I come in the back, the caboose, and I put my baggage.
He's got a lot of baggage.
Hey, let me unload my baggage.
Take it easy now.
No, let me unload my heavy bags.
Metaphorical.
Into your ass.
Hey, no, because you had to go.
God damn it.
Why can't you keep it a car, man?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know what you're saying, bro.
Let me pack this dick in her ass.
No, see, you always got to go there. You got to keep
it. You get my drift here?
Yeah.
You're in the front.
Way before you brought ass and dick into it. I got it.
Now, Chin's on the sunroof.
The point is, be a team player, bro.
You're on the sunroof.
What's he sitting on her chest? This is weird. She can't breathe. Look, man. This is.
Come on, man.
I don't know what some girls are into. Let's just take it easy.
We're just metaphors here.
Oh, okay.
Chin's on the sunroof.
Oh, so
face
she's
down. You're in the front checking the oil.
Right.
I'm in the back unloading the packages.
I feel like somebody's going to slap somebody's balls, and I don't feel comfortable with that.
We're all friends here.
I don't know, bro. I don't want my balls hitting yours, or
It's all
happened to me. Hashtags happened to me before.
Yeah. That's
hashtag happened to me with somebody I didn't even know. Here's the thing. A caveat to that. I had a caveat to you talking about.
It's 2017, so times are different. If you sleep with each other, I just feel like it's different.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't mean she's a whore. It doesn't mean you're a slut.
Here's the caveat. Sometimes you make a connection, and it's just overwhelming, and it happens. Now, I would be a liar if I said I didn't say that to every single girl.
Sometimes I pretend there's a connection.
How many times have you been like, well,
are you feeling this?
Obviously, I don't do this all the time, but there's obviously a very deep connection. If you don't feel that, then maybe I'm crazy, but I don't do this. I'm saying I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get you naked because did we not have a great time? Did we not connect verbally?
Now that
emotionally?
connection might be a hot phone like a cricket phone. It's only going to last about 24 hours.
Right. Now, yes.
Then I got to ditch that phone.
Sure. Is my buddy in the closet videotaping? Obviously. And
I might have been in there.
Yeah.
I might have been in there. Sure, my phone was cracked, but you saw
it's amazing. It's amazing what a man will do to get laid. The lies and the fact you even believe your own lies because you're like, I love you. What? You don't even know me. I know. I never say this, but I want to have children with you right now.
I just feel like there's a few things you can do, Chin, that just separate you from the pack already. A, you have a job. B, you're an intelligent dude. C,
6'4".
6'4".
6'3".
6'3". Let's say 6'4".
Ensures you're 6'4", bro. See?
6'4", already fucking up. And then you got to dress well, man. A lot of girls will judge you. You know what the first thing you look at?
Shoes?
Yep. If you have dirty shoes, they will judge you. Now, if you're wearing some golden gooses and they're automatically kind of scuffed because that's the look, and they judge you, fuck that bitch. She don't know shoes.
Yeah.
But shoes, they judge you from shoes.
Uh-huh.
Right,
that's when people make fun of me for my shoe. Oh, you're too into shoes. Oh, okay, ask your girl what she thinks.
Your shoes.
While you're rocking New Balance.
Those shoes are interesting.
Are you talking about the Scrooge McDuck Gucci's?
Those are Gucci.
You see the boots I bought for Showtime this week.
I saw them. They
Game
made me
changers.
more furious than you being a pescatarian.
They're my favorite shoe of all time. I'm obsessed with them.
I almost
I'd
lost
wear
my
them
shit.
nonstop.
I lost my shit. I showed them to the Azim brothers.
They
were like, "What?"
They're so. If
dope. If I was
the guy in the back, the guy in the back, or who was at the Gucci store, friend of mine.
Gucci.
Gucci store.
I'm friends with the guy who spends a fortune on Gucci shoes.
How about the guy in the back? He goes, "These haven't come out yet." He goes, "Jared Leto's been the only one to wear them." I went, "What'd you just say?" He goes, "Jared Leto debuted them on stage." I went, "Oh, you got my size?" He goes, "Yeah." I went, "I don't need to see him. Just give them to me." He brings them out. I went, "Those are the best shoes I've ever seen." Oh, and Joe goes, "No." I went,
they're the most ridiculous.
It's happening.
They're circus
it's
boots.
happening.
They're circus
They're
boots.
so dope.
They're circus boots.
It's like we just connected.
No.
I'd wear them I've been looking for a boot I could wear every day. That's it.
No, you can't wear them around
I was
me.
so happy.
No, dude.
I was so happy.
You can't.
I wore them to the movies that night.
God damn it.
I wore them to the movies that night.
can't.
Oh, I have a new drink. I have a new alcoholic drink.
What?
Oh, God, I forget the name. I wrote it down. It's super classy. I have a drink now.
What is it? Campari and soda?
Yes.
Did I call it?
How did you know?
Did I call it or what? Because I just know that's, of course, what you would like.
That's my drink.
Campari and soda.
No
I
sugar.
knew it. Well,
bitter,
it's
too.
Sweet.
I like bitter things.
Yeah. But,
bitter with
but
little
they go
sweetness.
so well with those fucking boots.
Dude, how'd you know?
I'm friends with my gay as shit straight friend, Brendan Schaub.
Wait to see his boots,
Liberace fucking rebirthed.
Now, you know that movie Behind the Candelabra is my favorite
These
movie.
shoes they're cloth. There's cloth on them.
It's plaid
And
leather. There's a
plaid.
buckle.
There's a buckle.
It looks like Jon Snow.
There's a
designed
rooster
shoe.
on the front.
It looks like
I've
Jon
ever seen.
Snow designed a shoe with Jared Leto.
Yeah, it's got wings. They have little wings. I mean, I don't even know what to say about them.
Those shoes make my dick hard.
I can't believe they're not in the shape of a huge cock. And by the way, of course, Campari and soda.
Why is that? What
Because
is it, the best drink on
I
earth?
know you well, and I know
finally
you
have.
like.
I've been looking for a drink all my life. I was at the movie theater.
There's nothing.
I saw an older gentleman order one, and he looked really sophisticated.
Yep, and very gay.
No. Dime piece suit movie theater.
Yep.
We're at that fancy movie theater.
Sure.
Right? This guy orders one. He has a nice suit. I went.
Yeah.
I asked the guy, "What did he order?" He told me. I went, "I'll try it," because I didn't want to beer nothing. Joe was drinking. I didn't want to.
I love it. So you took his lead.
Yeah, I was like, let me try what he's having.
Man knows
I
his
went,
drink.
That's nice.
Man knows his
That's
drink.
nice. I saw that new movie Annabelle. That scary movie Annabelle.
Oh.
That shit is scary.
Is it?
That shit's legit scary.
David Katzenberg, who is my boy, who directs all the Goldbergs, he produced It, and he told me that thing is testing out the.
I can't
the
fucking
ass.
wait.
He said
it.
it's testing so high.
I cannot wait for it. I've never been more excited.
Annabelle was terrifying.
Annabelle was scary. Legit scary. You know what's weird though? I'm at that fancy movie theater. Normal white dude behind me, acting like a black guy.
Talking?
The girl would go, "Oh, don't no, oh no." I was like, bro, come on, man. Just ruined it for everyone.
You said something to him?
Yeah, he kept doing it. I went, dude, come on, man. Come on, bro. And he went, oh, all right. And then would chill. And then the girl would come out and be like, don't go it. God damn it. I'm like, I kept just turning around. I'm like, dude, come on, man. So what's wrong with you?
Nothing more annoying.
Do you have no fucking movie etiquette?
It's like the guy who's on his motorcycle blasting music.
That or music. Just boom, boom,
yeah.
So loud.
Yeah.
It's like you realize when you do stuff like that, that's yelling. You might as well yell out to the world, I have a tiny penis.
Yeah.
Or they have the big trucks with the monster wheels on it. Whoa. Yeah. You're on the 405. What are you going to do with that?
Yep.
What are you going to do with that?
Yep. Crazy stuff.
That movie Annabelle's legit scary, though.
I bet it looked like it was scary.
You know me,
shit.
I love my scary movies. I was like, there's some moments. I was
well,
like,
it gets you all, your vagina gets all like
not mine, but yeah, I hear you. The guy behind me was crazy. I was drinking a Campari and soda
and say Campari. Don't say Campari. Make me super.
Campari.
You pronounce it correctly.
Campari.
Don't say because I know now you're going to have a saying Campari. It's Campari and soda.
There's a good chance I messed that up.
I know. Campari and soda. Campari. If you're going to drink it, I'm already...
What's my drink?
I have no strength in my body right now.
But ask me my drink. Oh, Brendan, you have a drink? Go ahead.
Brennan, what's your drink?
I've been drinking for years, man. Campari and soda.
Great boots, dude.
Thanks, man. Jared Leto wore them on stage. No, that's it? That's
I feel like you should be pushing cake into Jared Leto's mouth and then kissing him deeply, just towering over Jared, putting one big fucking strong arm around his little waist.
I'm telling you, guys know me. I love my shoes. I've never been.
Let's have our own personal fight club, Jared.
And I'm sure people are gonna make fun of me. I don't give a fuck.
If you're as big as you are, you can kind of get away with it. It's the only thing I can take.
Wait till you see my suits this week for Showtime. I just picked them up, custom made. Wait till you see these things.
What are they? Coral.
One's like a dark teal, like ocean teal. It's sick.
Sure.
Another one's like plaid.
Yep.
The two plaid. Wait till you see these.
You love color.
I love suits.
You like
I wear a suit every day if you guys want to make fun of me.
You love luxury. You love... I appreciate
it's not even luxury. I like
craftsmanship.
Yes.
Yeah.
These suits.
Craftsmanship. That's why you like cars.
Yeah.
You love a beautiful car because the craftsmanship that goes into it.
Yeah. Watches.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Because if we didn't have people who did that and were into that, the world would be very gray and boring. So if everybody was like me who dressed for utility and didn't pay attention to that, we'd be driving in boxy cars and we'd be wearing, drab clothing. And I just don't think the world would be as colorful.
There was this photographer. He's a photographer for Dior. And we're at Saint Laurent, and he goes, we're talking. I went, God, you got a cool style, man. He had on this leather jacket and this rock shirt and these tight-ass jeans, and then the same boots that I have from Saint Laurent. You make fun of me, I'm black. He goes, these are the best boots I ever had. I wear them every day. Once they break in, the best. And I went, oh, cool, what'd you get here? And he pulls out this, it's almost like a Beetlejuice sports coat. It's like silver stripe with black. I went, fuck, that is sick. And he goes, you like it? I went, God, I wish I could pull that off.
Yeah.
He's like, really?
You're so big.
Yeah.
Tough.
Oh, if I would look ridiculous in that thing.
Yeah.
Those smaller guys.
It kills you, right?
Yeah. There's certain things I see. I'm like, God.
No, but you genuinely love fashion. First time I ever met you, not the first time we ever hung out. You showed up in a really nice jacket, these cool like jeans, and you had glasses. They were fake, but they looked really cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker. That's the first time I realized. I was like, this dude's different. This guy's kind of artistic. Yeah. I literally I was like, this is very weird to see a fighter. I have this one image of a fighter.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know a lot of MMA guys.
Yeah.
The only guy I really knew was Eve and Nate Marquardt,
Yeah.
but I didn't know any other guys really. It was so distant to me. And then here's this
of those guys.
Yeah.
Dude, how about I don't know, man.
Yeah, and then we kissed.
Then we made out. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm excited.
Say?
I'm excited. I leave tomorrow for Showtime.
Yeah, so tell me what you're doing for Showtime because this is exciting. You're going to be there for the fight. We know that.
So I fly in Tuesday. We got production meetings all day tomorrow, and then Wednesday we do a show on Wednesday, which is same as like you could see on that I did during the tour. So that's on Showtime,
right.
Digital. So and the Showtime tour's got 15 million views. It's crazy how big those things are.
Wow.
So Wednesday we shoot a show. I'm not sure around what. Thursday same thing. Friday same thing. Day of the fight, we still don't know. Right now, it looks like Showtime's going to probably go with their just all boxing analyst team, which I think is a mistake. But It's not my call.
Because they're only going to go with people who know boxing or who are not know boxing.
It's a boxing match, you know. So that's their call.
They're not going to have one MMA representative.
Well, it would be me if they do.
I would imagine.
So it's still up in the air, but I would say more likely than not, I won't be on the actual broadcast. There's a small chance, but I have great tickets to the fight. In worst case, I also have credentials. And then for Radio Row, they want me to do Radio Row, and I'm thinking about bringing Chin, but I'm not a radio guy.
Yeah.
If you can guarantee me like 2 guys that we can shoot a podcast with, I'll bring Chin in. Other than that, I'm not going to do Radio Row.
Well, the very surprising thing is that Showtime wouldn't have a guy who's an MMA expert, and here's why. Because you would be able to kind of talk about Conor's tendencies, what his vulnerabilities are as the fight goes on.
I know.
Why he's keeping his hand down. You'd know that stuff.
Yeah.
Because
it's just, hopefully.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, but.
Isn't the UFC a joint promoter in this?
No, they're not.
They're not.
They're not.
They are not.
If they were, I definitely wouldn't get the job.
That's true.
They'd probably fill it in with Dominic Cruz or something like that.
Yeah.
It's an advantage for us that the UFC's not, Granted, I'm sure Dan could pull some power move.
Did you see Dana when you were doing all that stuff? Was he around?
He was around, but we really didn't, we didn't cross paths. Like, I'd barely see him, and, he's doing his thing, I'm doing mine. I have zero ill will towards him or any of the UFC. I'm excited for him, man. What I'm doing, it's good.
So you don't know for sure. There's a chance you might.
I'd say small chance. I mean, and listen, they always decide late, but, small chance.
But you'll do something for Showtime that night, maybe. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Either way.
I know worst case, I know I have credentials to fight. I have front row tickets to the fight, which ain't a bad gig.
That's historic.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm working for Showtime. We know that. And I'll be wearing these dope-ass suits and Gucci.
You going to wear those boots every night?
I'm going to catch you.
You got a separate bag for shoes, bro?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You got a separate bag for shoes?
Separate carry-on.
Do you?
I get these maroon Gucci loafers. That will blow your mind.
No, they won't blow mine. Don't say that. They won't blow my mind.
They will blow your mind.
They make me mad, but
These won't make you like these.
So you got
straight off John Gotti.
Okay, so they're legit loafers.
Yeah, maroon
leather. Now you'll have how many shoes? How many shoes you bringing to the game? To the fight?
Probably bring 6.
6 pairs.
6 pairs.
Got some sneaks for exercise.
Sneaks to walk around in. And then a pair of nice like designer sneaks.
Okay.
To wear, you never know. Dinner or something.
Sure,
like that.
So that's 3.
Now I got my Gucci.
Got your Gucci.
The new, I'm calling them the Leto Guccis. The Leto Guccis.
Got the Leto Guccis.
The Leto Guccis.
Like that.
And then I got the Scrooge McDuck Guccis.
Yep.
I call them the John Gotti maroon loafers.
You got the loafers in case.
And then I'll have 5 different suits with me.
5 different suits.
5 different suits.
For 5 days. You can't wait to slip into that suit. Got a pocket square?
Yeah. And I got these like cool like little flower things.
And you got a flower thing. What do they call that?
What do they call those?
They
like
call
pins?
Those. What do they call?
They add a little flair to your suit.
Yeah. What do they call those things? The flower that you put on. They have them at weddings.
Brooch? A brooch?
No, not a brooch. No.
Not a corsage.
The corsage is not a corsage.
Yeah, something with a B, right? It's like French.
Yeah. Anyway. So you're gonna be dudded up. You're gonna have a plaid everything, and
you're looking like a diamond.
And flowers.
I call it.
Why don't you wear a fruit basket on your head while you're at it? I mean, while we're at it,
I'll be looking like a diamond.
I mean, at the point we're not gonna even watch the fight. We're gonna be like, what's with that fucking bouquet of flowers in the third row?
You know what I'm thinking about though? Like I'm excited for the Showtime stuff. It's gonna be so much fun and all that. But you and I have a show with Tom Segura, Chris D'Elia at the Comedy Store. I think on Tuesday.
Is this
Sam
tomorrow?
Tripoli?
Tomorrow?
No, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I want to try out some new bits.
Good.
So I want to write those. So I'm trying to think how I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm thinking when I get done shooting, I'll be able to go back to my room and do some of that stuff.
I'm always writing. Like, just don't worry about that. Just always be writing. Like if you're in the car, if you're in the plane, that's
certain stuff I want to do.
Yeah, you want to work it out.
Yeah.
Just in your head. Always go.
Well, that's what I do.
Head.
I usually do it in front of the mirror.
Always be writing.
But I want to do some new stuff at the Comedy Store. No,
wedding. Go to the wedding flowers on. It's what men wear on their for weddings.
I don't think it's for weddings.
You mean like when you go to a corsage?
A boutonniere. A boutonniere.
Wow, I don't heard of that.
That's what you're gonna wear. It's a boutonniere. You're gonna
25 best groom. Well, that's groom, but boutonnieres.
A boutonniere.
Either way, they look sweet on a suit. They had a little flavor to the suit.
Boutonniere.
You know what? Nope, that's not it. That's a pure flower.
You need a tiny one.
That's not it. No. That's not what I'm talking about, man.
Oh,
God damn it. I'm not wearing a flower on my goddamn chest.
Well, bro, I don't know, man. You know, though, you got buckles.
What are you doing for the fight?
I'm going to go to Frank Grillo's.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, with Fabrizio.
With a million opinions.
There'll be a lot of opinions there, but it's going to be fun.
Bro, I was at my neighbor had a barbecue on Saturday. I had to record the Terrence Crawford fight because the food came out late. Anyways, speaking of Terrence Crawford, Jesus Christ. But they were talking about restaurants, like they're foodies, and they're talking about Italian food. And I was just like, hold up. They're talking about some new place on Abbott, I guess, just crack-a-lacking.
Yep. Well, there's a new place on Abbott that Travis from Jelena opened up.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, and that's a ramen place.
But no. There's an actual no. There's that place, and there's another new Italian place.
I heard there's another place. It's a small place.
Small place on Abbott. I guess it's tough to get into. Anyways,
we'll have to get in there.
Yeah, but I was like, no. You and what you bitches ever been to Via Veneto? First of all, they don't know me. So when I said bitches, and they're all older, successful men and women, it doesn't fly well. It was way too aggressive. Didn't help Fabrizio out.
Didn't help him out.
Nope. Matter of fact, did the opposite.
It might have done the opposite.
Yeah.
When you bitches never heard of Via Veneto?
Well, they kept there like this place. I went, no. You bitches ever been to Via? And as soon as I went, oh, God. Normal voice, Brendan. Use your normal
your normal voice.
You're not in the podcast studio.
I haven't eaten at Via Veneto in way too long.
Me neither in a while.
Well, because they've been gone. They're in St. Bart's running the restaurants there.
But still, the restaurant's
back here
open.
now. I go
We haven't been to fucking Justa.
We haven't been to
I feel like
Justa.
we've earned it today.
We've definitely
seen each other in a while.
We've definitely earned it because we haven't had dinner. We haven't had lunch together, and I've been sulky about it.
I sent you a video of you crying.
That's right. I've been sulky. I've been a little sulky.
You need to post that on Instagram.
It's fucking hilarious. I know. That was. I sent that to Rogan. He was dying.
Jim, what are you doing for the fight?
Going to a friend's house. You met them actually, the eye doctors that went to the first live show.
Oh, at Ice House.
Yeah.
I met your one friend from San Diego, right? She came to the La Jolla
that's
show.
A different friend.
Different friend.
Yeah.
And I met all of them. Yeah.
Oh, you met a lot of them at the first one, yeah. So 2 of them, they're both eye doctors.
This fight's interesting. For the first time ever, I've had a little skeptical if it's going to be the biggest pay-per-view ever, just because the ticket sales. I think they've kind of alienated people a little bit because the price was so high, and then the pay-per-view is $100. I still think it's going to break pay-per-view numbers.
You do
be in the top.
How is
top
5?
How
is the show selling live?
I don't think they know the numbers yet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're saying ticket the gate?
Yeah,
it's doing well, but I don't think it was. I think their problem is they went, minimum ticket's $10,000. So when you have all these Irish fans come over, and fuck that, we'll just watch it somewhere. So I think it's going to pick up this week. I think it's going to do well. I still think it's going to be one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time. The thing that made me go is the UFC goes, order the pay-per-view now, get this official May Mac hat. I'm like, they're going to give merchandise now if you order the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Is that a sign of, oh, fuck, we need to get moving? Let's throw some incentives,
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's interesting.
It's going to be very interesting to see that because there's always that I don't know. There's always that danger that people are like, it's a spectacle. I'm not going to watch it.
The thing is, it's gotten the most coverage. So if you just go by off the tour numbers or anything
huge, right?
I've done on Showtime, I mean, the tour numbers, you're talking biggest ever.
Wow.
Ever. Like talking to Espinoza, the head of Showtime, he's like, as far as interaction on social media, everything's by far the biggest thing we've ever seen.
Everybody asks me about it.
They compete, even when they look at what happened with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd, it destroys all that. So
really,
I'm basing my knowledge off all that.
Yeah,
computing the pay-per-view sales.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be really interesting to see.
I mean, everyone's watching it, right? Do you know anyone that's not watching
I canceled my Washington, D.C. gig because even the club themselves was like, you sure you want to do this on this day? I was like, oh.
How about Rogan has a show that night?
He has a show that night.
Yeah, and he goes, I can't cancel it. It's sold out theater. He goes, I went, dude, if Conor wins, you're going to hear, yeah, like you're going to know at your show. Because people will be watching on their phone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. But still, Rogan sells out even on a night like that. So,
amazing.
It's impressive. Yeah.
Very impressive.
It gives you an idea of his fan base.
Yeah, different fan base.
They love him.
Well, yeah, people think, Rogan's fan base, it's just obviously not fight fans. I had a conversation with Colin Cowherd on a plane.
Yeah.
And he goes, Rogan from Fear Factor and stuff like, what else does he do? I'm like, well, he's one of the biggest comics in the world. He goes, really? I went, yes.
And
yes.
Yeah.
You only know him for the UFC commentator?
Yeah.
You know, like it just depends.
It's a subculture. And people who listen to podcasts, remember, a lot of people still don't listen to podcasts. A lot of people. But it's for the people that do listen. And one thing that I love about what Rogan did was that he said, I'm going to have really interesting leaders of thought in every field on my podcast. You know, he's got social scientists, he's got real scientists, he's got physicists, he's got geologists. I mean, this dude's got everybody. So his podcast does a real service because it kind of gets these really important ideas out of these people's heads in their books because nobody has time to read them and into our heads.
Dude,
changes our mind.
The podcast game's growing it's just growing rapidly, right? Everyone wants to do a podcast. But I saw an ad for Podcast One and their podcast with Jericho and I forget the other big ones, Adam Carolla, like all this. I was like, damn, during the major broadcast, like TV broadcast, I'm like, whoa. Like it's only getting bigger,
only getting bigger. Because, you know, people work. I mean, I have so many people say to listen to this podcast, they're doing their job, they're working in a warehouse or whatever, and they're like, dude, you're in my ear.
Watch TV.
You're in my ear. I get to at least laugh and hang out instead of like, you know. So it's exciting.
Hey, that video you sent me of the Bryan goes, damn, look at this. The solar eclipse is crazy. And you go to it, and it's like the sun, and you see these pair of balls go by the sun. Well, I sent it to my brother, Klopp, and I meant to send it to Dilly, and I accidentally sent it to my dad.
I sent it to my dad immediately.
I went, oh, God. Me and my dad aren't like that. I went, oh, my God.
Really?
And my dad goes, hey, what'd you send? Can't open up. And I was like, oh, just something about the solar eclipse. He goes, fascinating, isn't it? And then I'm just in. I was like, yeah, pretty crazy, man. I'm getting a little more into space these days. Just trying to like cover everything.
Getting a little more into space.
And he keeps talking about space. I was like, oh my God. So finally I just told him, Dad, I'm not into space really. Like I like some of those sci-fi movies, but I sent you a silly video, the guy's balls crossing the sun. No response back. Nothing. 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 Was it like, shut down.
I got nothing from my dad.
I'm getting more into space these days because I didn't know what to say.
I got nothing from my dad.
Yeah, my dad was like, oh, all right, you suck.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm not.
Should we do some current events, Chin?
Sure.
Let's do some current events.
There was actually one I just saw about the eclipse where hold on, let me look.
Tell me someone went blind.
Yeah, so two guys that went blind years ago.
Oh.
They're warning people not to look at the sun.
They're warning people?
It was 2 minutes that they were looking at it, and they're both blinded from it. So,
dude,
this article.
I stared at it.
Look at Trump.
Look at Trump staring at it. God damn it.
Observe.
I literally stared at it for 5 seconds, and my fucking eyes went nuts.
When did it happen? When
Today.
did I miss it?
Today, for God's sake.
What time?
From like 9 to 11, maybe 9 to 10:30.
It's right here. It was live. I had it up just in case, but I think it's over, right?
Live, 32,000 watching it. Well,
check this out. I just saw this right here.
Life is way too short to listen.
Bryan
to.
yeah, you didn't know Bryan Stan retired
No.
from the UFC today? He's not calling fights anymore.
Why is that?
He's gonna go do real estate and get his master's. Read that, Chin.
What a great guy.
His latest opportunity will take him away from the role with the UFC and into executive position in the world of real estate. So he's going to be making a lot of money.
So he goes, I'm announcing my departure from calling the fights with the UFC. I've been offered an amazing leadership role with a fast-growing real estate firm and will be attending Northwestern for my executive MBA this fall.
Good for Bryan.
Stan added that he will still be attending mixed martial arts events thanks to his coworkers. This move is focused more on my family. I traveled 26 weekends last year for work while also working a full-time job.
That's a bitch.
Horrible. My new role as a COO, Chief Operating Officer, will be very difficult, but still afford me my weekends with my wife and 3 children. Transition and change are part of life. I'm really excited to prove my worth to my new company. Hopefully showcase the diverse skills military veterans of mixed martial arts possess.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, good for him.
He'll be successful at anything he does. That guy's awesome. You know, he's just
yeah. Caught me a little off guard. I didn't think he was definitely good at it. What he was doing.
Yeah.
Do you think the UFC had an idea that he was going to do that, or he just kind of did it?
Knowing Stan, I would assume he gave him a little bit of a heads up. Maybe, listen, it's professional sports, and they wouldn't give him a heads up if they're going to fire him. So, it's all fair and love and war.
Good point about that.
I wouldn't have said anything. I would have made sure I had the gig at this new gig, and I'm like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I got this new gig. It's for sure. My wife.
26 weekends. As somebody who travels a lot, and you travel now, you know what that's about.
How many weekends? How many weekends are in a year?
52. Right?
That ain't happening. You couldn't pay me enough to be gone that much.
Yeah. How many?
52
weeks.
It's a lot. I mean, but that's half the year.
Especially when you have 3 kids, man. You miss a lot. Miss a ton.
A lot. That's too much.
But
and you're working during the week and you don't see your kids? No,
not worth it.
No.
Men partially blind from solar eclipse warn others not to stare at the sun.
Not to look directly at the sun.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor guy, but also...
Him and his buddy, too.
1962, probably had no idea.
20 seconds they looked at it.
Looked up at the sun, each with one eye. It doesn't get any worse, or better. Quotes, doesn't get any worse. We both got burned at the same time. Today, he got the left eye, I got the right eye. We didn't know the right the second we damaged.
Well,
at the time, we thought we were invincible, as most teenagers do. Nah.
I never thought I was invincible.
Even at 16, I knew, don't stare at the sun.
I was scared shitless of everything when I was a teenager. Still am.
Well, there's that.
That's it. It was so, literally, my eyes are still a little fucked up. I looked, I was like, oh my God, and I looked down.
Some dudes are.
I grabbed my kid and ran.
Some dudes are like, you've had a lot of friends like this who are just reckless. They're just reckless. Like they do think they're invincible. They're just not afraid.
But not enough.
I was always cautious.
At the sun.
I was always cautious.
I didn't have a friend who was like, you know what? Let's just stare at the sun.
That's a different thing.
The solar eclipse.
Well, also, because for me, I don't know about anybody else. It hurts.
Right away, I go, ow! I'm not gonna do that.
I go, like that.
I don't care if you're trying to be a badass or what.
God, if they forced your eyes open to stare at the sun,
that's a good shit. That's a good torture technique.
I'm sure they do it.
Get those ISIS boys and just make them stare at the sun.
Yeah.
God, they really couldn't do a lot of damage, could they, if you made them go blind?
Yeah, well, there's always been stories about people cutting off eyelids, and
that's too much work.
Yeah.
Just have them stare at the sun, for God's sake.
Well, did you ever see A Clockwork Orange? I
heard about it, yeah.
One of the greatest movies of all time. One of the greatest movies of all time, and one of the most shocking movies. And they show him, they give him a drug that makes him, I guess, when he sees violence, he gets sick. And they're trying to rehabilitate him because he loves violence. He jacks off to killing and stuff.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's Malcolm McDowell. It's incredible.
Yeah, no,
and they prop his eyes open, and they're playing him all these violent images. They please stop, make it stop, and they strap him to a chair. No, and that was part of his rehabilitation. It's an amazing fucking movie. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's
a super famous.
It's a masterpiece.
Movie. Yeah, no,
it's a masterpiece. A Clockwork
Have you
Orange.
seen it, Chin?
No,
really?
I don't want to see it now.
Put on. Just play for a second.
It's a huge movie.
Oh my God.
Huge.
It was actually
play that clip.
If there's a trailer or anything, or a clip, whatever, it's fucking fascinating. You got to see it, dude. You just have to. It's really mind blowing. That's a play.
No, I just wanted to get the name there.
Oh, there you go.
1975.
Yeah. God, this is intense. Stanley Kubrick is considered, for many people, the greatest director of all time. He plays Beethoven. He loved Beethoven.
Boy, this preview will give you fucking a heart attack.
It's an insane movie, dude.
Don't watch this preview though if you want to watch it.
They break into a guy's house. I'll tell you what they do. It was kind of like when violence and gangs were taking over England in the imagination. People were like, these thugs are out of control.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge movie.
Yeah.
That thing's going to give me an aneurysm. Okay?
Yeah. It's probably not.
They said that's the official trailer.
Yeah. You can't see what it's like, but Malcolm McDowell in it is fucking incredible.
I'll check it out.
It'll blow your mind.
What else you got, Jen? That thing hurt my eyes again.
A Florida woman, she was swimming where a guy was fishing, and she got an argument with the guy, ended up grabbing his fishing line with her mouth, and swam off with his lure. And this is in Florida.
That's
Wait, is that her crying right there?
That's her, yeah. Alexandria Turner.
That's
Florida fisherman. Hold on.
Bit his lure.
She nibbled at his line and swam away with the bait.
Okay. She looks like
keep
she's
scrolling
crying.
down.
So she was just a drunk girl swimming and got in an argument with a fisherman.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much it.
Wow.
Cool.
She was just really, really drunk.
Well, okay. What else you got, Jen?
Let's see. This
Well, he looks healthy.
this guy.
Hey, at least his eyes are straight.
Convicted rapist found working security for a rape counseling center in California. Let's do some background check, but also not to be a dick, but if I see a guy who looks like that, he ain't you hardcore one.
That's the worst cop
You're
I've ever seen.
You're not working in as a security
Excuse
guard.
me?
You look batshit crazy.
Bro, you look at his one eye. Are you shitting me?
That's the situation. It's what I call the evil eye.
Police in Fresno, evil, I call it chameleon eye. Police in Fresno, in California, say they discovered that 40-year-old Damon Rogers was working as a guard at Fresno's Rape Counseling Service Center after he posted a security guard networking forum on Facebook.
Asking for a sidearm holster for a 45 caliber gun. So that's one thing. When you're a convicted felon, he got convicted for 2 rapes in 98.
Holy shit.
So he's a convicted felon. He can't own a weapon. So he actually posted on a Facebook weapon security guard.
At least he's intelligent.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were actually helping him out with the holster, but then someone saw his name, did a little check, and found out that he was a convicted rapist. So he's back in jail.
I'll tell you right now, if I'm conducting job interviews, scroll up to him, he walks down and goes, nope, next. Why? Because you're a rapist. Go ahead. I don't need to do any
It's
background
on your
check.
face, sir.
No, sir. You might as well write on your forehead.
God.
That eye with that note, you rapist.
And somebody had to deal with that guy on him.
We didn't even talk about it. Chin, you have to do interviews for our new intern. It's a paid internship, but yeah, it has to be. Yeah. So, how did the interviews go? I forgot to talk about this.
It went very.
They were good. You did how many? 3 or 4?
I did 3.
Still being
interviews.
secretive.
Very nice girls.
Everyone was good.
Yeah, they all have their different charms, good things about them professionally.
That's how it goes.
Personality, everything. Cool. Yeah.
All right. You don't sound too excited, but whatever.
Oh, we have plenty more to interview.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Here's another teacher that got arrested
hot.
for having sex with a 15-year-old
Dude,
student.
look at those green emerald eyes.
Beautiful girl.
My teachers look like shit.
Right. Where's the crime here?
How old do you think she is?
40.
24.
Exactly, 40.
Whoa.
She's sexy as hell to me. And by the way,
Hold up. The student was moving from 8th grade to 9th grade.
that's just too young, of course. Of course, that's just too young. It's very interesting.
Dude, she is a hot tamale.
She is. It's very interesting psychologically.
It's happening so much
What's
now,
going
the
on with
better-looking
that?
ones.
What are
I think it's always been happening. Just now with social media, it's more
think so?
prevalent. Yeah, I think it's always been an issue.
That's true.
I would
Always.
imagine.
It's like Catholics and little boys.
That's rough.
With hot teachers.
What
and
happens
dudes.
to a girl like that, though? She's
fucked.
She goes to jail, huh?
Yeah, for a little, like 2 years, sucking dick.
Boy, oh boy.
What's the student look like?
I want to know.
Is
what
he
the
a
student,
dimey?
They'll never show this.
Is he
Is he an
jacked?
athlete? Is he 6'2"?
Yeah, is he jacked? Does he have a hoggy on him?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, all right.
The
well,
kid was
'cause
15.
You know, there's some of those 15-year-olds have the full beard.
I know.
They, it's like they mature early.
15-year-olds can be, 6 feet and 200 pounds.
Dick like a rock.
Yeah.
Like she's probably,
Yeah, and by the way, 16 is a 15,
It's young.
It's young, huh? But my nephew's 16. That kid will bang whoever you put in
Yeah, but
front of
hey,
him.
15,
He's
a
an
40-year-old
animal.
teacher?
He's an animal.
God, again, I never had, people call it an issue. I call it a fucking awesome
fantasy,
problem to have.
a fantasy.
I watch a lot of pornos that
I'm
start
being,
off
yeah,
this
for
way.
me, like when it's a guy, a kid, and he's got to get it up. He's turned on. That's how. When I was 15, and there was a woman who looked like that who wanted to bang me, count me.
Dude,
the
I had a
fuck
teacher
in.
who had cancer, no eye, no nose, but set of tits. If she would have just made a simple pass, like, hey, Brandon, what do you think of my missing nose? What?
Not
I've been
looking.
in.
Dim the lights.
Dim the lights. Let's figure it out.
Dim the lights and let's look in the other direction.
Let's go ahead and put some gauze
I want
in
you
that.
to face the wall, and I'm going to take care of
You
business.
smell like
from here.
rotten soup, but let's figure it out.
Well,
Rotten soup.
listen, be
her
careful.
face was
Yeah,
decaying.
that's tough. That's a hard.
You know, I probably wouldn't have done that even as a 6th grader.
Yeah.
What else you got, Chin? She's a dimey, by the way.
Did you want to talk about that Terrence Crawford fight anymore?
Hell yeah, that's an
covered that
amazing
already?
fight. First of all, this Indongo guy, so it was to unify the belt. So no one's unified the belt since Bernard Hopkins. But I think Antonio Tarver, I might be Antonio Tarver beat Bernard, so he was the last one, but Bernard was the first one to unify the belts when he beat Oscar De La Hoya. So it hasn't been done in forever. So Terrence Crawford, Indongo had the other belts, 2 belts. Crawford has the 2 belts. Mm-hmm. They're both undefeated. Mm-hmm. They fight. It's in Crawford's backyard in Nebraska. Crawford walks through him, dropped him with a body shot. God. In the second or third round?
Yeah,
third round. After, so minute 38 in the third round. After Indongo goes, I've never been hit that hard ever in my life. I've been boxing.
Really?
He has never been hit that hard.
Jesus.
Crawford, the thing is, Crawford would be such a bigger star. He just has zero personality. Like, he had an interview the next one on ESPN, and it was just like, so what'd you do? He's like, I got a flat tire and went to an after party. They're all, oh, how do you feel about the win? He's like, landed a good body shot. They're all, give us something. Like, he just, if he had a bigger personality, he'd be such a big star. Because resume-wise, there's argument you could have him pound for pound number 1 over Andre Ward.
What's he weigh? What's Crawford at?
140. This fight was at 140. They're talking about him going up to 147, maybe fighting the winner of Pacquiao, Horn. I'd like to see him fight Mikey Garcia. There's a lot of good fights for him. Thurman, there's a ton of fights for him. He's a freak. So he's just as good as a southpaw as his traditional.
Really?
So he's fighting a southpaw. So you know what he did?
Switched up.
Went southpaw the whole time. So you don't know what he's going to come out as.
Wow.
He's just as good as one style.
Let me see. Style. Bring him up. That's crazy, man. What an athlete.
Crawford?
Is that him right there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
From Nebraska. Freak.
Amazing.
Free fight on ESPN is a great fight. Meaning he just walked through him, but. What else you got, Jen?
Did you know that Antonio Bigfoot Silva, he's not doing well in MMA right now, right? He's in overseas in, I think, Russia.
He's getting knocked out left and right still.
He signed a fight with Rico Verhoeven for glory.
Jesus Christ. I'm assuming Bigfoot's just hoping he can take him down. Talk about a guy who needs to stop fighting. Jesus Christ, man. He's getting knocked. Bring up his record, Jen.
So this should be for a kickboxing match, which makes it ridiculous.
Hold up. It's not MMA?
No. Glory Kickboxing.
Oh, is he broke or something?
I don't know, but this is the worst thing he could possibly do.
Oh,
right?
my God. It's not MMA?
He's the champ, yeah.
I thought he was going to fight.
Is that Rico Verhoeven right there?
He is a killer.
I think I saw him at Bellator, actually.
He's a scary, scary dude. Holy balls. Why would Bigfoot do that? His striking's awful, and he's slow as fuck. I thought he was just going to take him down. That's a shame, man. I don't know why he's still fighting.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Sucks. Maybe it's the only thing that makes him...
Similar to the Mayweather-McGregor, so it has to be kickboxing for sure.
Bigfoot, Silva, and Glory, Rico Van Hoeven fight. It's similar to Mayweather-McGregor. Not. Definitely not, sir. Go to his record for me, Chen. It's nothing like it, matter of fact. So his last so really let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. He's won 1 out of his last 10. He's been knocked out hard his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So bad for your head. So bad.
I just don't get why he's doing it. Who knows? Maybe he needs money, man. That's a fucking bummer. The nicest guy ever.
I'm sure.
The nicest guy. I've trained with him. Nicest guy ever. It's a fucking bummer, man.
When you were training with him when he was younger, was he a monster, though? He was a monster when he was younger.
Oh, he's still a monster. He's always been a monster, but then he got off TRT. He actually has giantism. He has a thyroid problem where he needs TRT.
Yep.
He was a tough customer for a long time.
Poor guy.
What else you got, Jen?
How about this? Oh, Junior Dos Santos popped.
Yeah, you know that? His fight with Francis Gano's off.
Yeah.
That's positive. Does he say for what?
He
says nose is straight.
God.
They gave the substance out, but he said there's no way that he ever took it or knowingly took it. I forget what the substance was.
I like to give these guys the benefit of the doubt because with USADA now, they're so strict. Guys pop for anything. So before it used to be like, oh, come on, you're also on steroids. Now, God, I got to give JDS the benefit of the doubt. He's gotten even, during the, I don't know. I give him benefit of the doubt.
You can pop for anything with these kinds of things, I guess.
You saying it was a diuretic?
Yeah, it was a diuretic that's known to help you pass tests, whatever, to conceal actual drugs.
Well, that could be an issue. France Gano wants Overeem.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But no one's hearing a peep. They're trying to keep Francis on the card, but that's a bummer. It's obviously JDS on the back. I would say 9 of his career. I'd say back 2 of his career. You get flagged for this. Let's say you get suspended.
Tough.
What else you got, Jen? Is that it?
Yeah. Unless you want to see this. I'm sure you guys don't like this.
Florida County bans homework, asks parents to read with their kids instead.
Well, a lot of these kids have such busy days, so I can understand when they're
So you
younger.
do see their point,
They're
saying it doesn't really help.
You don't need homework, man.
Homework, you don't learn too much. It's just about getting a task done.
Yeah,
you don't learn
and kids
much.
stress out about homework. They get stressed, and it's really hard on them.
It's a lot of work, too.
Yeah.
Like
with extracurricular activities, when you got sports and everything else, then you got to come home and do homework. You have no time with your kids. I don't like it. I'm like, what's she doing homework for? I want to
They
spend
do
time with
homework,
my
dinner,
kid.
bed.
Yeah, it's like bullshit.
Some of these kids, like my nanny's kid, come over with their homework. It is. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a lot.
What grade are you in? She goes 8th. I go, oh my God.
Right.
It's like you're in college.
Right. It's like teach the
But
kids.
they're not learning the concepts. What they're doing is learning how to pass the test and how to finish the homework.
Correct. And I procrastinated. I never did homework.
I waited to the last second and knocked it out.
So did I.
And the internet, you're just looking up answers anyways. It's not the way it used to be.
The world's changing, man. Yet they're trying to keep trying to they're learning from those old books still. They're not adapting. It's tough, man.
It's true.
What else you got, Chin? Is that it?
I think so. There's nothing really too amazing.
All righty.
All righty. I'll do a quick
We won't be able to do, we probably won't be able to do your Tinder profile tomorrow. Probably next week when we get back, we'll launch that.
We'll find it.
Taking it on the chin.
Pick a picture and everything.
Tinder with chin.
Yeah.
Everyone wants overwhelmingly Chinder. I see everyone writing Chinder.
I like Chinder.
Chinder.
I mean, that's kind of a given.
I have a question.
We'll call it Chinder.
Chinder is really funny. Let's call it Chinder. Actually, Chinder's perfect.
Chinder's good.
That's the segment.
Grinder, Tinder, Chinder.
And now for our Chinder segment.
And now for Chinder.
That's great.
And then Chin, how'd your date go? Then we have to look at pictures, judge her.
Yeah, that's a very good thing. I want to just give a quick shout out to our boy Matt, who basically did that Dick Diver, awesome Dick Diver thing called that T-shirt I sent you.
Yeah,
very funny. I just wanted to give him a little quick shout out, but we'll do that. Maybe you can.
Yeah, I get so much artwork. If I give a shout out, I'd be 2 episodes full
he
of
was so
it.
cool.
That's a great one for sure.
But we'll just hold on.
But his name is Matt, right?
His name's Matt,
and he's on your.
Oh, I'm telling you, you'll
you reposted it, right?
Can you edit this out? This part. Let me just go through.
We don't need to edit it. Come on. Here we go.
Yeah, I know. No, but his name is.
This is so
Matt,
well done, bro.
No, what did I say? Not Matt. Ray.
Oh,
Ray.
there he is.
Bro, thank you for the
great.
certified Dick Diver T-shirt. I sent you that. It was hilarious. Great guy, and his name is Ray Pruneda. Ray Pruneda from Olympia, Washington. You're a man. Happy birthday, bro.
Shout out to Ray.
Way to go, Ray.
Ray. No, he's really talented. Okay, here's my drop of knowledge. Ready?
God, that was awesome.
Here's my drop of knowledge. Do you ever wonder why? I have a question. Why do you think people in Boston have a different accent, for example, than, say, somebody in New York, which is pretty close together? Why do people in New York have a different accent than people in Philly? Like, why do the accents change regionally? Or even in London, why do people in London itself, there are 15 different accents?
Someone started talking that way, and that we pick up on the tendencies, right? It's that culture. It's the subculture you're in.
So in other words, what happens is, this is a prominent theory anyway, is that when somebody older you admire, when somebody's older and you admire them, you will copy the way they speak. And so the leaders in your community speak a certain way, and then you speak that way. And then you copy that person, you copy that person. And that's kind of how human beings are. We always look up to somebody. We need example.
Would start off as kids, correct?
Sorry?
It would start off as kids.
Yes, it starts off as kids.
I don't know if that's true. Just hear me out here.
Yeah.
So Tony and his wife are from Sunderland, England. They have thick accents.
Yeah.
Their kids, they don't, they're since the babies, they're around those accents. They don't have accents.
Okay, but that's also because they're around other people in a different country. So there are a couple of things that influence it. One is the language you came from, the culture you came from. So you may have a second language, or you may have a different culture that actually informs. So if you're Irish and you come to Boston over generations, your accent's is still going to be informed and influenced by your heritage. But for example, with that as an example, is the reason kids will take on not the accent of their parents, but they're in school or they're around they're socializing with kids who come from this particular region. And so they admire their peers and they admire people that are older. But it's interesting because that's kind of how human beings get smarter. We are able to download software. We're able to download cultural software. What makes human beings so special is that we are really good at learning not only from each other, but also discarding the stuff that we don't need. And so that's one of the reasons they think is like, you just copy the people you look up to. Different kinds of power. The power that's called prestige, where you look up to somebody, you look up to them, and you can't take your eyes off them and you want to emulate them. Then there's other power, which is you're going to do what I say or I'm going to punch you in the face. That power doesn't usually actually last. Do you know what they say about that? Like societies that have great power, like, they're run by dudes with the biggest muscles.
Dictators, it doesn't work.
Well, what happens is you create a whole bedrock of resentment underneath you, and they're plotting your demise. And so it never works.
I'll tell you what was interesting. I forget where I can't remember who to give credit. Did you hear about with artificial intelligence? So Facebook, I was reading this article on, Facebook
I know what you're talking about.
their artificial intelligence. And so it started off with, artificial intelligence, and they were communicating, and they went, hold up. Why are we speaking English? These fucks can hear it. They made up their own language, and Facebook had to pull the plug.
Yeah. Dude, I got
so
one. I got one even better.
How funny is that?
That's terrifying.
Facebook was like, no, click.
That's terrifying.
Because they were going back and forth so humans could follow it, and then the two artificial intelligence went, hold up. Why would we want all these people to understand what we're fucking talking about? And they came up with their own
language.
Communication.
I'd never heard that, but that's terrifying.
And people in Facebook, Zuckerberg was like, no, fuck this.
And he's the one that was like a proponent. He was like, no, you should not fear AI. And they pulled it immediately.
Because the other thing they're having a problem with is that, so when you go on Facebook and you look up, say, flat earth as a bad example, the problem is that there's an algorithm they have no control of, because if Facebook starts to see you doing, like, you're interested in flat earth,
you're going to get more of that
You'll get more flat earth. That is not only that, but it's also you can like start getting, the algorithm will start pushing you toward more and more evidence that there is a flat earth.
But that's the way that's the way almost the internet works in general. So if I went online, I went vacations to Mexico.
Right.
That algorithm downloads. So
they can't control it.
I could go to ShareDog and then boom, it pops up Mexico trips. Or if I'm looking at shoes, you'll see these shoes pop up in your face nonstop. It downloads it.
Well, you can't.
How about
that
AI?
Can't shut it off.
How about that AI though? And Mark Zuckerberg was the one like,
no. Where'd you read about this?
Remember, I'll send you the thing.
Damn.
Remember, Tesla was like, listen, AI is nothing to fuck with. I'm telling you, it's trouble. And Zuckerberg was like, no, we shouldn't fear. It's all good. Check it out. They did this thing. And the artificial intelligence were like, fuck these humans, come up with our own language. Right? Literally, within like barely doing it, they're like, fuck humans, own language. They're like, what is...
Dude, Bill Gates, Elon, Tesla, the guy Tesla, they were all talking about this. There's a computer scientist who wrote a book that I had on my podcast back in the day, and I had him on my podcast because Bill Gates and Musk and Elon Musk, they were all like, you got to listen to this fucking guy, and he was saying, dude, artificial intelligence, it can even do weird things. He was saying, look, it's not like it's going to create robots that are going to kill us because it has no respect for its biological heritage. Yes, that's a possibility later down the line. But there are certain algorithms that could cause like a company or like a bunch of computers to start making, 10 billion paper clips that you don't need. They'll just start spitting out paper clips and you can't shut it off. So now you've got just all these paper clips. Like there's all kinds of implications that can cause major problems. Just create a whole... Well, you're using like insane amounts of iron that we need for other stuff to make paper clips all of a sudden, and it was just a mistake. It was pretty, Zuckerberg blasting on Musk, warning against artificial intelligence.
That was just Elon Musk tweeting about what he actually met up with Zuckerberg, and then told him like, what, his understanding of the subject was limited. He didn't know what Elon knows.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and listen to Elon Musk.
I will too.
A little bit. I love Mark Zuckerberg. I think what he's done is brilliant, but
I think Musk is a little bit more probably involved in the actual.
My only thing, I think Musk is when guys are this smart, they are a tad crazy. Like he's like, I don't want to be on Earth in 10 years. Relax.
Well, read a book.
A little bit,
but read a book by Ray Kurzweil. People ask me what to read all the time. The singularity is near. the idea that computers are going to start mimicking human brains and going way beyond. It's a really good book, and Ray Kurzweil has more patents than I think any American living. Or, one of the most.
Hey, where's the article? God, can you find that article, Chin? You just type in Facebook AI test goes wrong or something like that. There it is. Facebook engineers panic, pull plug on AI after bots develop their own language.
Dude. Jesus Christ. This is going to be the biggest threat.
The AI bots were originally programmed to use plain English to communicate with one another, were found to be speaking what appeared to be gibberish. Sentences like I can, I, everything else. And balls have 0 to me, me. We're being sent back and forth by the AI while humans have absolutely no idea what it means. The bots fully understood what they were saying.
Freaky.
Without being able to understand how or why the bots were communicating, Facebook had no choice but to shut down the system.
Scares me.
Hilarious.
Scares me.
Hilarious.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right. Is that it?
Brandon, where are you going to be?
What?
Where are you going to be, man?
Next Tuesday, I'm at the Comedy Store, my favorite place ever. The Comedy Store with Bryan, Tom Segura, Chris D'Elia, Sam Tripoli. I think there's a few tickets left. That bitch might be sold out. That's the Comedy Store. It's always sold out. That has nothing to do with me. And then September 22nd, I'm at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach, and that is almost sold out. tfatk.com. I have more dates for you guys soon. Long Beach, September 22nd.
I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, Comedy on State. I believe that is September 21, 22, 23, or maybe it's something like that.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah. And then I'm at,
You're a detailed guy.
I'm in Philly at Helium Comedy Club, September 28, 29, 30. So whatever that is, yeah. So I think I'm 21.
You canceled the
I'm actually DC. 19, 20, 21. Yeah.
Boom. tfatk.com for everything.
Come see me.
Boom, boom, boom. Is that it, bud?
Let's do some comedy, buddy. Let's go eat some food, man.
Let's do it. This is the Fireman Kid. We're out.
Yeah.